Hello guys, welcome back to Harry Potter the Chamber of Secrets to the PS2. I am Sajuuk and we're going to be heading into the second day mission of the game. Let's just go and talk to Neville here, who just happens to exist.
I don't believe you had anything to do with what happened to Nearly Headless Nick. Then again, I was stuck behind that tapestry all the time.
Yes, you were. That's a random grunt, hang on.
Ouch!
Oh, fine, whatever. Okay, anyway, we're going to head down the stairs to the common room and find out what our lesson is for today. I promise it'll be interesting.
Hello, Hermione. Do you know what lesson we've got first thing?
It's defense against the dark arts, Harry, with Gilderoy and Lockhart. I can't wait.
Me neither.
I'll meet you on the 3rd floor outside the defense against the dark arts class.
Good to know. And I liked how he said, I can't wait. And he says, me neither. He clearly doesn't want to be there, does he? Anyway, let's head down the stairs and go to the Defense Against the Dark Arts class. Be an interesting lesson, I think. We'll learn quite a bit. And probably evolve the story at some point, because we haven't really done that yet, have we? So what I'm going to try and do is I'll record this today, and then I'll record some other game content later, just to make sure there's a bit of variety and I'm not just sinking all my time into this one game, because yeah, I like this game and all that, but I want to have a variety to my content. I don't want to just record all in one and sicken myself of it, because then I'll end up, what'll happen is I'll just start playing only these games and nothing else. I like how there's no one here. Are we sure this is the correct floor, Hermione? Apparently it is, because she's running here, excitably.
Come on, Harry. Professor Lockhart's waiting.
This door is clearly not safe, in my opinion. Not safe at all. And I'm not sure how long this part will be, probably about half an hour, 45 minutes, because it's a bit of a lengthy section, this one. Generally all day missions will go on the basis of you learn a spell and then you do a Quidditch match. So that's generally how the day missions go. It's usually always the same. Anyway, here's a cutscene.
Can everyone see me? Can you all hear me? Excellent! This term I shall be teaching duelling. Let me introduce you to my assistant, Professor Snape. Now, Harry Potter, if you'd like to come forward, the Expelliarmus spell challenge is through here. What you have to do is to find the Expelliarmus spellbook somewhere beyond the portrait. Once you have the spellbook in your possession, the Expelliarmus spell will be yours to use as you see fit.
I don't understand what Snape's there for. All Lockhart says is, here's my assistant, Professor Snape, quoting the film and book, and then just said, go and get the Expelliarmus spell. His assistant duties are not really required yet. Not in my opinion, in any case. Anyway, here we go into the spell challenge for the day. We're not going that way. Oh, my music's playing. My best music. Big open room, this. Definitely feels defensive like, don't you agree? So we've got nowhere really to go. There's a curtain up there that we can't reach. Over here is this fire. Obviously back there is the door. I think this is actually the only level that this music plays in. One thing I will say though is this music doesn't loop. It doesn't actually go back to the start and play again. It just plays a set section over and over again, but we're not going to listen to it. We're going to press this button and unlock our worst enemy, spiked bludger ball things. And this is actually really easy. Just cast a spell like this. Oh, no, this is not working the way I wanted to. If you just target one at random, it will hit. If you do, like, see how it just follows? So if we just do this, it will hit. Just have to get rid of them as fast as we can, really. That's all we have to do. Go. These ones spike up a bit quicker than the others, if you remember. But there's the last one. And we can now continue. Now let's just check our Wiggenweld potion here. It's full, we don't need to. So basically up there is not the route onward. It's basically just a pathway to a Wiggenweld potion vial thingy. Well, a potion fill up place. So we're just going to go up this one that leads to the door onwards. If we just turn around, that door is now locked apparently.
In that way.
Don't know why, but it is. Head to the right here, press this button. We're going to have to deal with imps now. Now, funnily enough, we learned in the last night mission, we learned Diffindo. Apparently this whole spell challenge is just based on using the Diffindo spell. I mean, literally half of it is just Diffindo. So if you don't have Diffindo, you're a bit fucked. I'm going to say it, and I just threw myself off the edge there for no reason. Let's just flip into these dudes so they don't cause us any issues like that. Push the button. Let's throw this guy off. I don't want to throw them all off, obviously, because I need to take one up this way. There's one here already, that helps. Pick this dude up. Then throw him in a cage to get to the button. Ingenious tactics, don't you agree? One thing I'll just say though is don't try to dive off the edge of this at fast speed. Pardon me. I don't know if you remember from my previous Let's Play, but I managed to dive off in such a way that I was able to leapfrog all across this gap and straight into the hole. So try not to do that. Cut that. Now, unfortunately, this time it's going to go all the way crashing to the ground. Now, we can just cheat a little bit here. If we just cross a little bit like that, then we can get to there. Which now just says it's a whole hassle of going round in a circle to get back down here. A little bit of foreknowledge helps, does it not? So I have to go down to go up for some reason. Let's just all go back up. Unnecessary leap there, Harry, but fine. We don't need to worry about these imps anymore. Just dive like this. Camera angle was a bit shot there, but never mind. The cable just goes back up to the roof. Anyway, in this chest is a chocolate frog, if I remember. As far as I know, the spell challenges do not have wizard cards in them. Probably because no one would get them again if that happened. I'm pretty sure Lockhart's tried to kill his students doing this challenge. There is no way you could get through that at that speed. He's a psychopath. Thinking that we could go through that. Now this is again another case of use Diffindo, cut the ropes. It will release imps, but this will slow right up to a speed that you will be able to walk through. Here's another doorway that is locked. Don't know why that doorway is there, but never mind. So just run through. You'll get through one run attempt basically through the two because you go so slowly. So you do have to cut them. You can, I think the first time I played this game I tried to dive through that. You don't do that because that's not going to work. You need to just cut the ropes. This is suddenly a flame pit. I don't know where this area of Hogwarts is. Maybe it's underground. Because he's very castle-like. There's the bottomless pit of the graphics. I love that. Maybe it's old Hogwarts before they rebuilt it or something. But I don't think they ever rebuilt Hogwarts, did they? Now if you go into this chest again, there's another chocolate frog. Just in case you got burnt by the fiery pits of whatever. The fire gargoyle things. We'll just take it. Just to make sure. And then I simultaneously decided to get burnt. That was a bit dumb. Okay, cut that. Again, Diffindo. Funny enough, the only way I managed to get this spell is by using a spell I stole at night. Don't know how that works, but okay. And it's led to the golden door that leads to the spellbook. Game, what camera shot is that? That was just... I don't know what that was, but anyway. So we're back to the start. I had to go through all that just to get to the spellbook. Oh, this track's good too. It comes in 2 parts. The second half of it is not played until the very end of the game, which is a shame because it's a good track. Dive down to get the spellbook with no way to get back out, so we must pick up the spellbook for Expelliarmus. And learn a very useful spell for the game, in my opinion.
Got it! The Expelliarmus spellbook!
So I always put this on square. So pretty much how I play the game, now I've got to this point I can say this, I pretty much always have Flipendo on triangle, Expelliarmus on square, and whatever other spell I need for that night mission on circle. Blah blah blah, rebounding an opponent's on the hope that the rebounded spell will strike the opponent, whatever. So we've got so this basically, you learn 3 spells from spell challenges. So this one, and this one are from spell challenges. This and this are learned from night missions. Flipendo's always there, Lumos you get during the early game. And the last circle is Alohomora, which is you buy from Fred and George. And then down here are just other utility items. But oh no, we have to fight a gargoyle. Now this is actually really easy, just keep the target on him and just tap Expelliarmus and he'll never go wrong.
Expelliarmus!
So we've just got to go through various phases with this gargoyle to leave. It's our boss battle. Now hopefully this is not too loud because I can't tell. It looks loud, but we'll find out soon. Actually, we don't need to target. If we just tap it, it'll automatically go back to the gargoyle. Here's the reason to tap it. If it comes at you in an awkward angle, you won't be able to get it if you hold down Expelliarmus like that. So tap it is the way to go. Or if it goes off to the side... That was close, he was almost about to throw another one. Oh, missed. My plan failed, he just threw it to the wrong angle and I didn't tap at the right moment. So we're almost there. I've just noticed now that there might be a bit of a black edge on the bottom and right. But there's nothing I can do about that, that's just an emulator thing with playing this game. The game doesn't like playing at this resolution. So it does have that little bit of a black border, but it doesn't really affect anything of the game in my opinion, because I can't really see it. It's only there in the video feed. As you've seen there, we now have to rebound it a few times before he falls. So one more and then we will be done with this boss battle. And there we go, he's defeated. He explodes into a bunch of pieces, which can actually damage you if you walk into them. I love this graphic though. In the PS2 version, this is also, well, the CD version, that gap in the door is also there. Now the doorway is open to let us go from this challenge. The thing's just going to nowhere apparently. Never mind. Alright, that's just got the Expelliarmus spell, and now we can defend ourselves against the prefix Leglocker curse to a degree. I will just say it's not a permanent protection, but it's close enough for the context here. Anyway, as soon as we exit, we're going to go into a cutscene. So I'm just going to mute the microphone once it starts. Hopefully shortly.
Well done, Potter. 40 house points for Gryffindor. Now, I'd like you to use the Expelliarmus spell you've just acquired in a real duel.
Mr. Malfoy, come over here. Let's see what you can make of the famous Potter. First duelist to gain 5 points wins the duel. Cross the line and you lose a point.
Very well then. One's at the ready. When I count to 3...
Scared, Potter?
You wish.
1, 2, 3.
Let's duel. I don't know why you said don't cross the line. You can't. Look, I mean, I could try cross it, but it's an invisible wall. Now, the way to do this battle is to always, when you deflect your spell, the Flipendo back at him, attack him with Defendo, and then he won't be able to defend himself against it. So then he always takes the hit. Like that, see? You can't lose by this method. See? 5-0 victory. Literally. And a cutscene.
You're a Parselmouth, Harry. Why didn't you tell us?
I'm a what? A Parselmouth? You can talk to snakes. So, does it matter?
It matters, Harry, because being able to talk to snakes was what Salazar Slytherin was famous for. That's why the symbol of Slytherin House is a serpent.
Now the whole school's going to think you're his great-great-great-great-grandson or something. But I'm not.
You'll find that hard to prove. He lived about 1,000 years ago. For all we know, you could be.
Anyway, we've got Quidditch practice next at the Quidditch Stadium. I'll meet you in the entrance hall, Harry.
I like how he's just abandoning them already. Anyway, so as we learned in that cutscene, Harry is a Parselmouth and he can talk to snakes. Funnily enough, that is just the game's excuse to shoehorn that particular element into the game. It has no real relevance because it's never ever mentioned again beyond this day. Apart from just random little comments if you speak to students that make reference to it. Other than that, nothing. Additionally, that is the last we'll see of Lockhart. If you remember back in part 2, I said that Lockhart has no relevance in this game. That's his relevance over. All he did was tell us to go get Expelliarmus, and that was it. Useless character. Had a lot more plot point available to him. What camera shot is this? Never mind. Now, one thing I will notice is that I think there's a bug with the game, or something that they did. You can't, sometimes you've seen me zoom in a little bit closer. The zoom button for that, which is pushing down on R3, so the right analog stick, for some reason at this particular point of the game stops working. So there's no zoom, and there's limited controls of certain things. I don't know why, but you know, I think the game developers were sort of doing different things, so they sort of got melded together. So ideas that happened later in development or early in development just ended up random.
Salazar Slytherin was a Parselmouth, which means that his heir should be too.
Oh yeah, the whole right analog stick at this particular point just gets disabled. I can't turn the camera.
I'd watch your back if I were you, Potter.
So I'm pushing the right analog stick to turn the camera, it just doesn't move.
I wouldn't let it slip to Potter that you were born non-magical.
Or you might end up like the Gryffindor house ghost.
Presumptuous? I didn't attack nearly headless Nick. How did you get that idea?
I say live and let live, don't you think?
Yeah, you're saying that after you've just shit-talked to me.
I say live and let live, don't you think?
Oh, hello, Potter. Is it true you hate that non-magical lot you live with?
Yes, I hate them. Not really. He does. Can I talk to this one? Can I not talk to this one? Apparently this one...
Stop it!
She doesn't want to talk to me, apparently. Okay. Fine, whatever.
Let's go outside, Harry.
Yeah, let's go outside. Apparently it never rains at Hogwarts in this game. It's either dark or sunny. No rain. That's the one thing I like about Prison of Azkaban. They did add those effects to some technical expense for the game. It made it slower. So they added snowfall, they added rain. I think they added snow, I can't remember now. Oh, Christ. The only thing I hate about coming out of the grounds is it always goes slow like that. It just... And the camera's all over the place as well.
Do you collect famous witches and wizards cards? I'll give you card number 78, Orsino Thruston, for number 98, Dimphna Firmage.
Here you are.
Okay, so I get a card. So let's just see, I've got 23 cards. So if I get this card,
witches and wizards
I'll check the
cards.
count and see if it goes up.
card number 75, Mungo Bunham, for number 13, Andros the Invincible.
I don't have that
Oh,
card.
she's not got that one, okay. Let's talk to this one here.
Do you want to swap famous witches and wizards cards? I'll give you card number 23, Glenda Chittock, for number
We
27,
might have that. I
Mirabella
don't know.
Plunkett.
Okay, let's swap.
Let's see. Has my card number gone up? No, actually, it's gone down. There's a map of Hogwarts. I don't know what the gold star thing is for. Is that just meant to represent where you're meant to go? Well, let's check that, or is that just representing the Quidditch Stadium? Interesting. Anyway, so we've got, was it 23 cards? Let's have a look at the Folio of Magi. So we lost... what was it? Yeah, so we did lose that card, so I would have to go get it again. Interesting. I wonder if you could win the game by never trading with the people around Hogwarts. That bears some thought. Anyway, there's some Gryffindors like this dude here.
Hello there, Harry. My mum sent me an owl with a parcel containing a new set of robes. Trouble is, the owl's dropped it somewhere in the grounds. Can you help me find it?
Yes, I will help you find it. Just this once, though.
Someone told me that they saw an owl drop something by the lake. If you find the parcel, it'd be great if you brought it back here to me.
Okay, so basically around Hogwarts, at least during the daytime, there are these random Gryffindors who have lost items. Now, they're all over the place. So the first one's here just by the exit of this walled compound area. Then you go over to Hagrid's hut and jump all across the grounds to different places. By the end of it, you'll get to a point where you have to talk to some Gryffindor in front of Hogwarts Castle main entrance to get mandrakes. Getting his task will mean that you get the key to the confiscated item storeroom, which contains a bunch of cards and a giant beanbag. I think I mentioned it as well in the previous part. It's kind of frustrating because they don't tell you where they are. They sort of vaguely say what it is, but then they're not really where they say they are, if that makes sense. I just have to say that looking at the video feed of what you're seeing, the graphics look a little bit better than they do in my screen. They look a lot more rough in the game itself. Here's the owl parcel thingy. Also forgot to mention, if you come down to the lake at night, on the last day of term, you will be able to do a gnome throwing task to throw gnomes into the lake, and you'll get wizard cards for it. Quite a useful secret because you don't know about it unless you actually go to the thing. Now, is that in my inventory? Yes, it is. So I'll just hold on to that, and I'll go to Quidditch Practice first, and then go to give that guy his item back. Just because it's far too much hassle to walk all the way back and then come back down here. I just have to pause the recording, which I don't really want to do just yet.
I'm looking forward to this, aren't you? Let's go in.
You're not looking forward to it because you're not involved in the Quidditch team. Bit of a blooper is going to happen in a minute. When Harry spawns, he makes a random ow noise. I don't know why, but if that's what he wants to do, fine.
Potter.
Also, what's with the
Ready to continue
glitchy
our winning
textures?
streak from last year? I'm certain we're good enough, but we're definitely going to have to practice a lot harder. No time like the present, so let's have a run through of the basics.
Why do I need a run through the basics for? I know how to fly a broom. Anyway.
When you fly through a ring, it adds to your broom's magical charge and increases its speed. Likewise, missing a ring decreases the charge.
Good to know. I really have to check my CD Let's Play of this game to see whether the glitchy textures are just because I'm playing in a high res, or if they really are this glitchy. Wood will stop you a lot.
Your broom's halfway charged. Keep it up.
To give you tutorial hints. The Quidditch Stadium is kind of redundant. It's sort of shoehorned in for the game, but there's literally no one in the stands. Not even during Quidditch matches.
You can boost. You can tell when you're ready to boost by the trail of sparks coming from your broom.
Thanks for the hint. There's no... there they are. Now, you have to be careful about which way the snitch is going. The way it's going right now, it looks as if it's going to go up. You don't want to boost here because it's such a steep ascent. I'm not even going to try to get that ring. That's just impossible. I don't know who programmed the ring stuff because it's kind of stupid. Controlling the broom while boosting is not very easy, so I'm not going to make an attempt to try and do so. You can actually, there's a bit that's about to come up where you get to try and catch the snitch against another seeker.
These are bludgers, nasty pieces of work, as you remember from last year. You don't want
I'm falling sideways off the broom while I listen to Wood immobilise me like that. And it's a bit that's about to come up to catch the snitch in the fastest time. I can actually get sub-minute times. I think the fastest you can do it, it's just a little over 50 seconds. I'm not sure I'll be doing that here.
You're close enough to the snitch now, but you always have to boost to get into a position to catch it.
In the later matches of Ravenclaw and Slytherin, yes. In the Hufflepuff match, you don't really need to boost that much. You only need to boost once. Hey, that's not fair. I just cancelled my boost. That's not fair. Did you see that? My boost just got cancelled. Try again. Why is he up in the air for?
Great going, Potter. Now grab the snitch.
Yeah, I'll catch the snitch. Just catching the snitch is easy. It goes in a pattern. When it goes to the right and then the left, then you can catch it.
With this lineup, Gryffindor are dead cert for the Quidditch Cup again. That'll really get up Snape's nose. As Hufflepuff are in training as well, they've agreed to take part in a practice game with us. You'll have to compete against their Seeker now, but I'm sure that'll be no problem for you, Potter.
Yeah, it won't be a problem, don't worry. Basically, you've got to catch it in less than 1 minute 10 to get a distinction. That is a crazily bad angle. So you are actually being stealthily timed doing this task. So the faster you can do it, the better. If the snitch is not going up this tower for no reason. So we are going to try to do it now. Helpfully in this practice game, I will go quite some distance by going through the rings, so it's actually not a problem. Tip that I learned is just to keep going through the rings and boost near the last minute, really. That's the best chance to get the snitch in the least amount of time. Like this. So the more you can do in the rings, the better. Like this. And then you'll boost straight to it like that. I don't know how long that was, but we're going to catch the snitch very shortly and find out how long it took us. They're caught. And the timer stops there. It's kind of annoying because you are being stealthily timed to do it fast.
Incredible flying, Potter. Even Madam Hooch would have to give you a good grade.
Yes, she has to give me a good grade. A minute 3, that's not too bad. It was a bit slow, obviously, because I'm playing on my emulator. If I was to play this on my CD, I would get 50 seconds, no doubt. But that's okay.
Don't let Professor McGonagall find out, but here, take this broom and get in as much practice as you can.
I will just say, getting a distinction in that is not that difficult. Because as I say, the time limit is 1 minute 10, so 70 seconds. It's not going to take you 70 seconds to catch the snitch unless you're all over the place. Oh, pardon me.
Yeah!
Now, funnily enough, if you play this cutscene on a CD, it lags. The sound effects play long before they actually happen. Funnily enough. Anyway, you now have your own broom. No, I actually already had a broom and now you're just letting me use it. You can equip it in your inventory, use it to fly around the Hogwarts castle and grounds. Remember that flying at night is strictly forbidden. How is it strictly forbidden in second year? Because in the first year, in Philosopher's Stone PS2, you can fly at night and no one stops you. Bug? Or just a breaking of the lore. Anyway, cutscene up ahead.
Hello there, Hermione. What's the matter?
Malfoy showed up while you were practicing in the Quidditch Stadium. He's been made Seeker after his dad brought his way onto the team with a whole set of Nimbus 2001s. Hermione said something about it and he called her a filthy mudblood.
A what?
A mudblood? It's a really disgusting name for someone who was born of non-magical parents. There are some wizards, like Malfoy's family, who think they're better than everyone else. Anyway, it's a horrible thing to say. If it hadn't been for Hagrid showing up, I'd have cursed him.
He's not worth the trouble, Ron.
I suppose you're right.
Anyway, I'm tired and I'm off to bed. Let's go.
Yeah, we're all tired. We've learned Expelliarmus and flown on a broomstick. So we learned about mudbloods. Well, the word mudblood, rather. That was a very fast loading screen there, to be honest. I was expecting it to go on longer. Yeah, so in the game, that's the only mention to the whole mudblood thing. Literally, it's never mentioned again. Now, before we end day, we're going to just equip a broom. I should point out there's a radius of where this doesn't work. Now, in Philosopher's Stone PS2, they make it a lot more easier to see when the broom doesn't work. It sort of greys out a little bit. But in this game, it's impossible to tell when it's available. You just have to press the button and hope it works. These textures are so bad in an emulator. You can even see where the big green squares are for where the fog appears at night, but never mind. Who's this dude wandering in? And why is Ron running back out to the Quidditch Stadium again? I don't know where that dude's come from. He must have come from over there. There's a bit of a random character spawn thing in the game. Also, I should point out the zoom works again, so does the camera. After that cutscene stuff finished.
You found my parcel. Thanks a lot, Harry. I think Neville could do with your help too.
No, there's another Neville, and it's not the right Neville that's asking for our help. We're not going to go to that Neville because we're not going to do that in this Let's Play. Not visibly, anyway. Now, I wonder if there's students out there who are wandering in. Yeah, that dude's just standing right in front of the gate for some reason. I don't know why. Not the gate, the Hogwarts Castle. I don't know why. And he's just slithering too.
Ouch!
Now, one thing we're going to do before we end day is I'm just actually going to have a look inside there to see who's coming up. It's just a random student, okay. Get on your broom and fly up this tower. And at the top edge of it is the telescope that we need. This tower also serves as the location for a gnome throwing thing across the towers of Hogwarts. There are students trapped on these towers in a sequential order, rather. And if you do it, you get if you beat the record on each of them, you get a wizard card. The first one is actually just below us, but we're not going to do that because that's way too much effort. The amount of beans you need to do those challenges progressively increases to the point where you do need either the big bean bag or the giant bean bag to be able to pay them off. And I'm not going to drop off the telescope at the notice board in this video. I'm going to do that at the beginning of the next video. We are just going to take a save right here, because I like saving before going into the next night mission. It just helps a lot with how I record the videos. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. We're just going to end day and get the house point totals. I'm pretty sure we're in the lead at this point. With 230 points. I think Slytherin has 221 at this point. So as long as you got more than 221, which means you could only have 230, then you should be fine. Alright, I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye now.
House point totals are being calculated. Slytherin. Ravenclaw. Hufflepuff. Gryffindor. Gryffindor is in the lead.